Hey, beautiful. Look at this. There's a forest in the back. And this forest is so beautiful because just a few weeks ago, there was a lot of leaves on the trees, and now all the leaves are almost gone. And I was just looking at it, I'm like, did those leaves even, or the trees, did they even worry about dropping the leaves? Did the trees even worry about doing anything so that they can change? Like, look at this, they literally changed color, and it's like all the leaves are gonna fall. You know what's gonna happen too? When the season changes, the leaves are gonna come back without the trees having to do anything. They're just standing there and things are just happening. They're just happening like through them. And this is one of the most beautiful things I learned, because this is how Allah makes nature work. Look at the clouds, right? The sky. By the way, it's very important to look at the sky every once in a while. But just look at it, right? It's so beautiful. Clouds come and then clouds go without them having to do anything. You realize everything Allah has placed in this world is there to teach you a lesson. Everything is there in the world just so that you can be taught a lesson. You look at, well, there's no bird actually, but you look at the bird. Humans wake up, they're like, oh, where am I gonna be making my money from? Bird wakes up, is like, I just gotta trust in Allah and keep going. That's all I gotta do. That's how birds think. And that's such a beautiful thing. Because why are you now so worried, man? No, but seriously, like, ask yourself, why are you so worried? The world is just, Allah is moving it in such a way where everything is just perfect. Nothing is ever worried. The only time you worry is when you're far away from Allah. And this is why I say you don't even need to reprogram your subconscious. You know how there's a lot of self-help books that say reprogram your subconscious so that you can upgrade your self-image, so that you can become someone who is worthy of being rich, someone who can handle a big amount of money. I'm like, nah, man, screw all of that. The real you is already perfect. You don't need to reprogram anything. Just wash everything. Literally brainwash. Wash everything. Get rid of everything. You see the trees, right? The trees are always living here. They're always living now. You see the bird? The bird is always living now. Why aren't you living in the now? Why are you living in the past? Your mind is just in the past. And I already proved to you how the entire past is just not even real. It's just something in your mind, and that's it. If you still don't believe that, there are so many videos I made about that, how the past is just in your mind. Watch all my previous videos. But basically, it's like when an experience happens to you, you take a screenshot of the experience, and depending on how strong the emotion is, by the way, there's some people doing construction. Depending on how strong the emotion that you're feeling is, once you go live throughout the day, you'll keep remembering that same screenshot that you took and the emotion. So you'll live your entire day, you'll wake up in the morning and you're just remembering the screenshot that you took or the emotion that you felt. So you're just living in the past. The past is not even real. It happened and then it stopped, and that's it, it's gone. It's just in the past, it's gone. I'm saying that because you're not living in the present. When you live in the present, that's when you start to get aligned with the same will that's moving the trees, with the same will that's moving the birds, with the same will that's moving the clouds, with the same will that's moving even your body. When you get a cut, do you worry about fixing it? That same will that's there is fixing the cut by itself, by you doing nothing. Do you understand what I mean? Do you understand how powerful this is? This is one of the most powerful things I learned, man. Because the only reason why right now you're living in poverty is because you're not aligned with this will. What is this will? This is the will of Allah. Allah wants to give you rizq in the easiest way possible. Allah wants to give you rizq without you having to do anything in return. That's what Allah wants. Don't tell me about sa'i, because sa'i is going to happen. Sa'i is going to happen, but it's going to feel effortless. For those of you that are non-Arabic, usually people come up to me and they're like, no, but you need work. You still have to do work. I'm not saying, Habib, I'm saying when you align your will with the will of Allah, the work that you do will feel so effortless, like you're not even doing work. You'll be taking action in such a way where you're just like, bro, this is so easy, what the heck? It doesn't even feel hard. But the only reason why things feel hard right now is because you're not aligning your will to the will of Allah. And the only thing you gotta be doing is just align your will with the will of Allah, and that's all you need, man. That is all you need. And you know what? The one time you'll start to get a glimpse of how this feels or how it tastes, that's the moment you get addicted, because you're like, this is who I am. This is Like this is what I was made for. Like you feel like you get in touch with your, like you know how back then when you were a baby, things just came to you just like that because you were aligned with the will of Allah. So this is almost like you become a baby once again, but in an adult body and not in the way where it's like you know those annoying adults where they act like babies. That's not what I'm talking about. Everything will come to you so easily, man. And it's so beautiful. But how do you do that? So here's the thing, right? That's why I say stop thinking. When you stop thinking, that's when your mind, the activity within your mind is going to slow down. So then you'll stop putting much attention to the mind. And then you'll be putting most of your attention on the present moments, on the things that are happening right now. So then when you put your attention on the breath, or you put your attention on the body, like right now I can literally feel that my butt is on the floor or on the staircase, and my feet are on the floor. I can feel like that. So when I'm talking to you, that's what I'm sensing. I'm not sensing what I did a few moments ago. I'm not overthinking of what happened a few minutes ago. I'm not overthinking about anything. I'm just saying words. I'm not even thinking about what's going to be coming next. I don't even know what's going to be coming next. But just focus on the breath. Focus on the breath. Because the breath is always in the now. The breath is connected to Allah, man. I don't know why most Muslims don't talk about that. The breath is connected to Allah. Allah has breathed from His Spirit into you. This is the most powerful thing you can learn too, man. Which means just the fact that you've put your attention on the breath puts you in the present. And Allah says the friends of Allah, the companions of Allah, awliyaullah, la khawfun alayhim wa lahum yahzanun. There's no fear on them and there is no grief. Which means there is no fear of the future and there is no grief of the past. Have you been reading like between the lines? Do you understand what those beautiful words mean? It means they're living in the present. No future, no thought of the future, and no thought of the past. Because they're here. They're living in the present. And so when you live in the present, you get aligned with the will of Allah. Literally, the same will that's moving everything here. Everything. How did you get disconnected from this beautiful will, man? How did you get disconnected from Allah? You understand, like in any moment you can just get disconnected. You can get connected to Allah in any moment. You watched porn right now, okay, get connected again. So what? So freaking what? You did a sin, get connected right now again in this moment. Every breath is a new moment. Every breath is a new doorway. Every breath is fresh. Every moment is fresh, immune from what happened in the past. So then stop thinking when you're asking yourself or telling yourself, nah, I'm too messed up to go back to Allah. That's you from the past that's talking. That's the past that's talking. Even a few minutes ago, a few seconds ago, that's the past that's talking. Don't talk to me about the past. Talk to me about right now. Even the things I just said a few minutes ago in this video don't matter. The world is ephemeral. But what's so funny is that when you actually go back and you view them, that's the present moment again. That's the beauty of videos, right? But you're always here. Start always being here. Stop getting stuck in the past. So always go back to Allah. Going back to Allah is the most powerful thing you can do, man. The most powerful thing you can do. By the way, I'm saying that the same will that's moving these trees, how do I do this? These trees is the same will that's within you. Understand that once you get connected to this will, even if you want money, is going to come to you effortlessly. Effortlessly. And that's why I made that whole course. I said I was looking for 10,000 people to help them reach $10,000 a month. Specifically 10,000 Muslims. Even though if you're non-Muslim, if you believe in the one creator, Habibi, I consider you a Muslim, to be honest. If you believe in the one creator, and then you align your will to that one creator, and then you only put your attention on that one creator, me personally, I consider you a Muslim. Because maybe you haven't said La ilaha illallah with your tongue, you've been saying La ilaha illallah with your mind, you've been saying La ilaha illallah with your attention. Now you just need to say Muhammadun Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So yeah, in the description there's a link that, inshallah, the people in the course, there's already very nice testimonials that once you go through the course, I'll teach you exactly how to get aligned with the will of Allah, even though it's just be in the present moment. But it's a course, day by day, where I teach you to just get aligned with the will of Allah. And then once you get aligned with the will of Allah, there's bonus courses for free that you can use that teach you how to make money. And then inshallah, you'll become one of my 10,000 students that are making $10,000 a month. And hope to see you inside, man. If this was helpful, just let me know.